It is nearing the end of Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2015. And I would say today is the day that I officially finished my hair. I went over a patch that was annoying me all day. It didn't look quite even, looked like there was too much hair there, so I spent time redoing that side a little bit and then redoing that side, so I've still got the clips in. But yeah, I had a good day. I was given a beautiful card. My God, it's like the best card I've ever received from my boo. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful card. It's like the most lovey-dovey card I've ever received, and I'm very grateful. So February 14th is the first day officially of whatever it is I'm planning to do. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do locks. Because as I was doing this today, I was spending way too much time trying to get my hair right. And I think if I was spending so much time trying to get the parting on my hair correct, because in my head I'm like, if I get it correct, then the dreads will fall properly. Because I read up today and finally understood why people use certain patterns to dread their hair, why they use the bricklayers pattern, where one brick is sort of like off-centered with another one, is so that when the when the dreads start to grow, they drop evenly in between each other to make the crown of the head look fuller. If you do everything in a line, then all your dreads will drop one on top of each other and it won't be evenly distributed throughout the head. And when I understood that and I got that today, it finally made sense for why I should do it. So that's why I was like, all day I was looking at this side of my head, because the hair on this side of my head is longer, because I did an impromptu cut a couple of weeks ago. And so now I'm like, I'm perfectly happy now. So I've got my hair in clips that I went out and bought today. And yes, so today is the first day of my lock journey. I think we're pretty sure that I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep this in for 2 weeks and then I'm going to wash it. And I'm excited about the idea. I'm in no real rush or hurry for my dreads to form. I just wanted to make sure that the foundation, should I want to continue it, was laid down so that I could make up my mind properly over the next 2 weeks. But I know I'm going to do it. I know I'm going to do it. I say it's not a rash decision. I've always wanted dreads. I just always thought it would be my last hairstyle, like when I'm like 60. But you know, dreads are only in your hair for as long as you choose to have them. If you get to a point where you want to move forward from it, cut them out. You know, and so I'm like, yeah. And I was getting to a point where my like free flowing afro hair was, I was just reaching a point where I was kind of like, what am I gonna do with it now? What am I going to do with it now? So, and there's nothing I can't do with any kind of hairstyles like that I can't do with dreads. And I'm not, you know what, I'm not really worried about that. That does not worry me whatsoever. I'm kind of excited about kind of taking on like where this journey's going. Like I did mine, like I've been natural for 8, almost 9 years. And now I'm going into, you know, a different path, and it feels, I'm excited about it. And I don't know why I just can't say, you know, on camera that I'm actually going to do it, because I'm going to do it. No, I know I'm not going to take my hair out, but I think what I enjoy is the process, this kind of organic process of just sort of doing things really slowly and taking your time and being patient and not kind of needing to rush or hurry. Like, I don't feel I need to hurry to make a decision. I've laid down my foundation. So should I want to, I can continue. And it feels really nice. I don't really want to say that I'm going dread. I kind of just want to see if it happens. So, yeah. Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? This is the day that I laid down my foundation. It's February 14th. That's as much as I'm going to say. I really am enjoying this sort of process. And this is basically how I started going natural in the first place. one day I had a conversation with my mum and my sister, and they were like, you need to leave your hair alone, because my hair was really breaking from the relaxer. And they were like, braid up your hair, leave it alone for a bit. I braided up my hair, I left it alone, and 8 or 9 years later, still have natural hair. So it's nice, you know? So, yeah, that's me. I'm off to bed soon, so. Cool, yeah. And I washed my hair. I just wanted to wash my hair. But before I did, I retwisted the first 2 rows at the back of my hair, because my hair's quite soft at back there, just unravels really easily. So I decided to undo it and repart it, also because I felt like the locks were too thick, and that might have been one of the reasons why they weren't forming. And I just thought, I'm not really happy with having thick locks, like having like 6 thick locks at the back. Well, not 6, sorry, about 4 thick locks. 4 thick locks at the back, and then everything else is fairly small. So, and I've got quite thin hair, and I just think it would look better if I had like a fuller crown. Anyway, so I guess we're keeping it, because I washed it, I locked it first, and then I washed it. And note to self, 3-strand twists hold very, very well. Rather than doing the twist and tear, is it rip and tear, twist and tear, when you you twist the hair and then you pull it apart, you split it out, and then you twist it and you split it out. I would do that for a little bit to try and hold the hair, and then I would do 3-strand twists for the rest of the hair, the rest of the shaft of the hair, and then I do a little tiny braid at the bottom. Unnecessary. 3-strand twist is amazing at holding, at least it's good at holding my hair, and I did that. Super duper happy with that, and it stayed in. Like, I didn't even really have to retwist it. I washed it and I didn't retwist it. Washed with black soap, really watered down black soap, watered down conditioner, and I did an hour treatment. I put a couple of blobs of conditioner into a spray bottle with lots of water and a little bit of oil, little bit of the oil that I use on my hair, little bit of my oil, and put enough water in it and just sprayed my hair, sat with it under. It was really weird, because it's the first time I've conditioned my hair with hardly any conditioner, so it was really weird. It was a weird experience. Same thing, just weird experience. Yeah, so watered down the conditioner, and sprayed it on my hair, sat with it for an hour under a couple of plastic bags, and then rinsed that off, and then proceeded to shampoo with the black soap. And then, because I read that black soap has a very high pH level, I continued with the AVC rinse, and I rinsed my hair with AVC. No. What did you do? Yeah, I did do that. I did an AVC rinse, and that was it. Did I proceed with the conditioner? I washed with the black soap, and then I put the spray conditioner back onto my hair, left it for literally a minute, and then just rinsed it off, and then did an AVC to bring down the pH level of my hair. So yeah, that done. And then I twisted half of my head and left it in the clips for about a day and a half. I had nowhere else. I had nowhere to go, no business to do. And tonight I'm just doing the rest of my hair. And I didn't realise I didn't have that much to do, actually. It's a really quick process. I really like just doing half of my head on one day and half of my hair on another day. It makes the process enjoyable. And these little twists at the front of my hair are small, right? It's a smaller collection of twists than anywhere else on my head, but I find this, it's only through doing this process of like parting your hair do I notice that per square inch, because everyone talks about doing little 1 inch or 1.5 inch squares. I don't have a lot of hair per square inch, which I was reading about. That, and some people don't. So I was looking at, well, how do you twist finer hair? And it's like, well, you may not have enough hair even for your square inch. So someone was recommending that you just be really kind of careful with, find a really clever way to part your hair. And I was like, I don't know. This part of my hair is really dense, and I wouldn't really have recognized that, because like, why would I? When I twist my hair, I don't use a comb to part. I part with my fingers. I'm not really worried about like having straight lines. So I would never really recognize that this part of my hair is really dense. And this part of my hair at the back, if I turn the camera this way, is really, really thin. And then it gets dense again. And then the sides are somewhere in between. So that's what I'm working with. But it held really well. Like, this is the hair from the day and a half. And it just held it really well. And I'm making sure not to twist. I'm making sure not to do my retwists very tight. Because I don't want to put too much pressure on my roots. So they're loose twists. It's enough to hold it, to get it to lock without doing anything else. My hair feels really clean. And yeah, so I'm just going to finish. I've got about 2 more rows to do. And I have repaired the front in terms of that. I've put a couple of initial twists together to make it a little bit thicker. I don't know when I do this again if I'm going to have this many twists at the front. I might end up again putting some twists together, but because I know how I want my hair to be styled, I want this portion of my hair to come down quite low, and I want sort of like a pixie cut style. And my intention is to keep my dreads. Ooh, I said it, dreads. Ooh. To keep my dreads quite short initially. Like, I've got I like long dreads, but I prefer to kind of have my dreads cut in a style. So yeah, so I'm going to continue doing this and then I'm going to go to bed. I had a real intense day. I had an intense day of just writing down my goals and reconditioning my mind. It's a long story, but I just spent most of the day really kind of identifying what goals I want to achieve for myself next year personally. It was so intense, but such a really good practice. So I'm feeling quite good, but I'm gonna leave this video now and finish off my last 3 rows, and then probably leave this in another day. I don't have anywhere to go tomorrow either, until Wednesday. So yeah. Okay, cool. That's great.